Hello and welcome everyone to the Football Podcast's episode number 56. I have probably fumbled a bit because it's been 3 weeks since we last did this. And of course, there are various reasons that we haven't been able to record a podcast. My friends visiting over to Mumbai and my college keeping me busy is some of those reasons. But today I'm very excited to announce our guest, Keertan Salian, a Man United fan, a 19-year-old. He's currently pursuing his bachelor's degrees in Bachelor of Management Studies from Mumbai. Hello, Keertan. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I
I'm
am
feeling
I am
excited
great as well.
about this.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. And I see you have absolutely been dressed to the occasion as well. Anukar sir,
yes, yes.
it might be. Yeah, I mean,
Trigger you.
Anukar
It
sir,
will trigger him.
yeah, absolutely. But I just wanted to give Anukar sir his time by saying it might be a great time to, as a Liverpool fan, to be interacted with a Man United fan, especially considering how one of the games went down when these two teams met in March earlier this week, right?
I would not talk
Earlier
about the
this year.
second game.
Jokes apart, I'm very happy to have Keertan here because I remember I just opened our Instagram page on one of the days, and someone had they liked a lot of posts and commented, and I just felt that who's the super fan, because whenever you try to do some work, whenever you try to do something with the podcast or any form of art, you just want people coming in and people actually enjoying themselves, like that is like, and nothing more kind of makes you happier. So I remember Keertan just texting me at that point of time that I'm not doing it for anything, or I don't want anything out of it.
Uh-huh.
I'm just doing it because I genuinely like what you guys are doing. And though like it's been over a year since we have been doing this, and things
Yeah.
like this, they propel you to push yourself to kind of want to do better. And thank you, Kirtan. You are
Hey,
like one
it's
of
my
the
pleasure.
you epitomize the work we have done for the
I've
past
forwarded to many
year
of
and a
my
half.
friends. We were watching it always. We were watching till now.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
That's great to know. And
But
although you're a
I
United
just
fan, I'm really happy to have you here.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to stick my neck out and say I'm really disappointed because had I been a Liverpool fan, I would have spent the next 5 minutes just saying how Liverpool defeated Man United 7-0. But Anukar sir probably has spoken a lot about Liverpool in the last 15 to 16 months. So
See, that is the
he's like,
atrocities of running the podcast. Now, though we have to keep the neutral side of it thing.
yeah, absolutely. But Salyan bhai, tell me more about your blogs. You have written about. I was just going through some of your blogs that you have written that spans. I think you started around 2021,
20
so
years,
you are
yes.
well into your third year now. Anyone who is on Instagram must go and check out Salyan blogs. What he's doing
Thank
out
you.
there. He has written about Fulham, Nottingham Forest, the Stars of Norwich City, and most interestingly about Jordan Davies, the Welsh Talent is how you have decided to name that
Yes,
article.
yes, he's the
So,
Welsh talent.
Salian bhai, tell me more about your blog journey. When did you think of writing something like that? And being a United fan, you have still covered so much apart from United, which was most
United, yes.
impressive for me to see.
Thank you, thank you. So it was like the mid December 2020. I was like, I wanted to go pro in football, but that's not possible in this world. Like, not in India, at its current state. So like, अब मेरे पास फुटबॉल का नॉलेज भी है. Like कुछ तो उस पे करना चाहिए. ऐसा मेरे
हाँ
को
हाँ
like I was feeling about it. So blog मेरा भाई ने सजेस्ट किया कि तू कर नहीं पा रहे तो कम से कम लिख सकता है ना. Like you can be a blog writer, you can be a sports writer. That was one source of going ahead with the football. So पहले तो मैं इंस्टाग्राम के पोस्ट में करने लगा था, लाइक कैप्शन में थोड़ा थोड़ा ब्लॉग लिखना चालू किया. देन मेरे भाई ने मीडियम करके एप्लीकेशन उस पर इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया. सो आई वाज फर्स्ट गोइंग थ्रू दी ऑल लेजेंड्स ऑफ फुटबॉल लाइक रॉबर्टो कार्लोस, रोनाल्डो, डेविड बेकहम. दैट आई वाज लाइक, ये इन सब प्लेयर्स के बारे में तो सब लोग ही जानते हैं. व्हाई नॉट वी टेक अ
yeah
यंग यंग प्लेयर्स, लाइक उनके बारे में हम कुछ ज़्यादा इंट्रोड्यूस कर पाए. पीपल विल गेट टू नो अबाउट द यंग प्लेयर्स एज वेल. सो वैसे करते करते इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर को वीडियो देख के थोड़ा बहुत उनके गेम के बारे में नॉलेज ला के उनका बैक हिस्ट्री सब एक समराइज करके ब्लॉग डालना चालू किया. सो आफ्टर दिस आई स्टार्टेड विद द प्रेडिक्शन स्टफ. लाइक वर्ल्ड कप प्रेडिक्शन किया था मैंने, जो टोटली फ्लॉप था. लाइक आई वाजंट एक्सपेक्टिंग इतना ट्रॉमा होगा. फिर प्रीमियर लीग का भी था. फिर मैं अभी नया एप्लीकेशन लाइक वीडियो एनालिसिस के बारे में भी नॉलेज गेन कर रहा था. सो एक कर्नाचो का एक मैंने ब्लॉग डाला था, उसमें मैंने पहली बार लाइफ में वीडियो एनालिसिस कैसा होता है वो सब देख के एक ब्लॉग वीडियो अपलोड किया था, लाइक प्लस यूट्यूब में डाल के. सो लाइक आई एम स्टिल लर्निंग अबाउट एक वीडियो एनालिसिस स्टेप. अभी मेरा एक लेटेस्ट ब्लॉग आने वाला है, उस पर भी मैंने वीडियो एनालिसिस डाल के कुछ वीडियो एडिट क्लिप किया है.
बट आई
Interesting.
थिंक इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग बिकॉज जैसे कि आपने बोला कि अबाउट द बिगेस्ट प्लेयर्स everyone knows, but it's I think worthwhile जो एक बंदा takes that extra step to introduce lesser known, not
हाँ
so
हाँ,
popular players
नॉट सो
around the
पॉपुलर, यस
football
ऑफकोर्स.
arena, right? And मेरे को द वेल्श टैलेंट जॉर्डन डेविस के बारे में जो आपने आर्टिकल लिखा था, आई थॉट अनुकर्ष सर आपको याद होगा दैट वी हैव स्पोकन सो मच अबाउट रेक्सम एएफसी throughout this podcast. And I think for not only for the big publications or big producing houses that have sorry production houses that can produce movies, just people like us freelance writers like Salian, freelance writers like so many that we have come across throughout our journey of our indie football podcast, it's just so nice to see them cover not only the Ronaldos and Messis of
रोनाल्डोज.
the world but also the Wrexhams of the world, है ना अनुकर sir?
Absolutely, and Keertan bhai talked about wanting to be a pro, and like there is not much opportunity to be a pro in India. Like, I mean, if you look at it on one side, of course, like you might say no that the country is doing well in football right now, but then recently, we had this event in which the Indian team has been denied by the government to participate in the Asian Games. So
एशियन
it goes
गेम्स,
to show
यस.
there's a dichotomy. Yeah. Uh, you said something, sir.
Asian
Oh,
Games,
yeah.
yeah.
So
एशियन
yeah, I was
गेम्स,
saying
यस.
that there's a I was saying there's a dichotomy present here, and like you cannot really say of where the country is heading exactly as a footballing nation, because on one side it seems that things are maybe moving
Going well,
ahead,
yes.
but on the other side these sort of stumbles or these sort of problems can happen. So of course, like it's great to see that people like Kirtan Bhai are trying to actually create that difference, and I think Kirtan Bhai will really resonate on you with you on this, because like me and Doi with the Indie Football Podcast, that's what we have been striving to do too, like to
Yeah,
create that footballing culture in
फुटबॉल
India, because
कम्युनिटी, यस.
yeah, exactly. Absolutely, man. Because honestly, it's not easy. Like in this country, I just see that with the Messis and Ronaldos, like it is a very common question. Yesterday only someone was asking me, just to start up a conversation, that are you a Messi or Ronaldo fan? I said I'm a Chetri fan. I said I and and the fact remains that it's all right. I love watching Messi. I love watching Ronaldo, but there is football and there's life beyond the two of them. And the fact remains that there's so much to do. Like young talents can do so much, like the ones in the future. And it's great to see you actually covering Welsh talent. And the story of Wrexham is, of course, something very. Some
Inspiring,
might
yes,
call
they
it a
are.
bit esoteric, but I think it's great because how Ryan Reynolds has really established that club, and how the club has really started to make a name among itself. There are documentaries apparently being made also,
yeah,
I think,
yes,
on
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's great to see things like that. And like I think the future is what we should be concerned about. What has happened in the past, we cannot do much about that. And talking about the future, Kirtan bhai, so there are really good upcoming talents at Manchester United, other than
Yeah, they are.
Alex Garnacho and the usual suspects. Anyone you would like to throw light upon?
I'm looking forward for Ahmad Traore. He was with loan at the, I guess, Championship club. So, and one was James Garner, which United apparently sold him to Everton. There's another youth attacking midfielder. His name is Hannibal. He's a great attacking midfielder. I wrote about him like last year ago. And one more is Charlie Savage. He is a defensive midfielder. Apparently, he made the
You wrote
Champions League
you wrote
appearance.
about him as well in your blogs, right?
Yeah, yeah, I wrote about him as
I
well,
did not
Charlie
know that one.
Savage. So he's a good defensive midfielder. But thing is, such youth talents need to get opportunity. Like, of course,
Yeah,
sending them on loan is one way of to develop them. But then after them, they get just sold it. Recently, there was one player of United called Zidane Iqbal, which United sold him for 1 million to the Netherlands Dutch club, I guess. Yeah, he was sold to Dutch club, and such talents should be used in United, but not. It's not just United. Not many clubs are depending upon the academy players. They are like trying to bring big signings and make them fit their game style. So United are not usually looking at the young players. For
Hmm.
example, Elangana. Elangana was one of
Yeah.
it. He did shine a lot in recent games, like not the recent last year, but then Garnacho, his very good talent, Argentine. It, sorry, why?
Nay, but apart from that, that's really right when you mention about all these players making so much of a noise. But Kirtan bhai, I mean, we will go in more detail about this academy player also. But let's take a step back. दो चीजें बोलनी थी मेरे को. First thing is Anukar sir mentioning just Ryan Reynolds when it comes to Wrexham, and if you see that documentary, the other founder Rob
Rob
McElhenney is his name.
McEnany. Yes,
He
yes.
just mentions all the time how nobody remembers his name and everyone
He
remembers
did
whatever
mention in the
Ryan
dog.
Reynolds
Yeah,
does.
yeah. Everyone
And
was thinking
Anukar sir
like,
also did
I'm
not. So that's really indicative of how Wrexham. But I mean, I just personally feel that the story of Wrexham is very famous and is so worldwide popular now is because Kirtan bhai, I think all of us would resonate and agree with this. It's because it's a story of emotions. It's a story of
Absolutely.
how people in a very small town are, I mean, with no
gaining
money,
back the
like they were
promotion.
suffering.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely, they were suffering so much financially. They were not. I mean, Wrexham had come to a point where that club were almost
Most.
they were dissolving, and
Mm-hmm.
they were
Hmm.
not competing from there. And now they have eventually gotten a promotion into the upper tiers of
Upper
English
team.
football.
Mm-hmm.
But Kirtan bhai, now I will come back to you as your journey as a United fan, your earliest memories. I mean, we keep asking these to the majority of our guests who come over to our show, and मैं आपको ये बताता हूँ कि the influence of Ferguson, David
Ha,
Beckham,
ha, ha,
Cristiano
ha.
Ronaldo is the majority of the reason why they, these three
There.
people
Mm-hmm.
have been instrumental in why the generation of our fans have been United fans. But you are 19 years old.
Yeah,
You are
19
not.
years.
You don't belong to that category who
I
are
never saw
United
them.
fans. So
I never even
United
saw
fans
United
कैसे
lifting
बने?
the trophy. Like I never seen them United lifting the Premier League trophy. When I started, it was in 2017, I guess. The only trophy I saw was Europa League, FA Cup, and the recent Carabao Cup. That's the only trophy I've seen United.
So
I
फिर
mean,
United
So,
fans क्यों बने?
honestly, they are not just responsible for giving United fans the
mhm.
best times in those years. They are also responsible for ruining my childhood and also for a lot of other Liverpool fans.
Yeah, they
Because
were.
I think Kirtan bhai, there was this quote that Alex Ferguson had said that I'll knock Liverpool off their effing perch. I won't say the word because YouTube then puts age guidelines on us. Uh, and the fact is that if they actually did that, like with
Mhm.
20 titles, like even though it's been over a decade or somewhere around that since United last won the title.
2013. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
2013, Sir
Even
Alex
after
last one.
that, United are top. So yeah, matlab, it goes to show that how things can change. And like talking about this season, Kirtan bhai, United is in the market. They have gotten Mason Mount and they are getting an Onana. Uh,
Yeah,
ठीक है,
probably
signings
today he
coming in
will
are
get
great.
it. Hmm.
But what is your opinion on De Gea leaving the club? Because I think that is something that is which people are not understanding, but that is like a very big sort of
Big
move, a
step,
very
yes.
very big move that people it's not being talked about much.
So like I've seen Daega since 2017. For me, he was a legend. Like, of course, I remember the Arsenal game where he made 14 saves, I guess.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm right, Wada. If you think from the manager's point of view, मैनेजर को चाहिए कि गोलकीपर है जो बॉल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अच्छे करे, तो उसके हिसाब से वो डिसीजन परफेक्ट है. बट इन हैज अ क्लब लेजेंड ऑब्वियसली बुरा तो लगेगा ही कि इतना साल से यूनाइटेड में था वो. उसके लिए देख के बुरा लगता है. बट देन वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट द फ्यूचर एज वेल, राइट? You can't just keep on thinking about the past. We have to move forward. Onana as a keeper is a very good. His distribution is mind blowing. बट दहेगा के पास वही तो नहीं था, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करने का यही नहीं था. और उसके सामने मगवायर रहता था डिफेंस में. मगवायर वैसे हमें पास कर उल्टा ही पास करता है. प्रॉब्लम उधर होता है. So
Good thing you mentioned about Harry Maguire. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले
captain, he
a
left the
statement came out
captaincy.
that yeah he has been removed from the captaincy. Who do you think comes in next? Do you think it's Marcus Rashford?
I guess it should be Bruno Fernandes. He has that quality too. Or
Fair
else
enough.
Casemiro, experienced player.
Even after just a year.
I guess he has the experience now, so why not give it him a try? Like of course वो
See,
Champions League में खेला है वो. इतना
ye-
टाइम इतना तो यूनाइटेड के स्क्वाड में भी कोई नहीं खेला रहेगा जितना वो अकेले ने खेला रहेगा.
Makes sense.
yeah,
Because
I
इतना
mean, मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे कीर्तन भाई आई फील दिस इज अ वेरी रेलिवेंट क्वेश्चन जो मैं आपसे पूछूंगा लाइक आई हैव सीन इन इंडिया द मोस्ट नंबर ऑफ फुटबॉल फैंस इन प्रीमियर लीग दैट आई हैव met have been Manchester United fans. Okay,
of
and
course
for various reasons, some of them I have mentioned, because of Ferguson, because of Beckham,
Ferguson,
because of
Beckham.
Ronaldo. But then, yeah, of course, I did notice that, Anugar sir. But then, uh, I feel, why do you think there are मतलब इतने डिवाइडेड ओपिनियंस क्यों है लाइक अभी भी लाइक सो मेनी यूनाइटेड फैंस आर जस्ट हैप्पी कि हाँ भाई डिगिया जा रहा है मैं बहुत खुश हूँ एंड
बहुत
जैसे कि आपने
बहुत
बोला सो व्हाई
ट्विटर
डू यू
में तो
थिंक
ऐसा
ये
फुल है.
डिवीजन ऑफ ओपिनियन है
किसी को प्लेयर से प्यार है, किसी को मैनेजर का वर्क से इम्प्रेस्ड है. बट मेरे को पूछा जाएगा तो आई एम विद द मैनेजर. मैनेजर को जो चेंजेस चाहिए वो तो करना पड़ेगा अगर क्लब में प्रोग्रेस करना है, ट्रॉफी लाने का है. ये चैंपियंस लीग और गएगा अगर ऐसा सिंपल पासिंग मिस्टेक करेगा तो इट्स गोना कॉस्ट अस अ लॉट.
Hmm.
या
डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन.
and Anukar sir, if you are like, I know it's very difficult for you to do that, but for example, if you put yourself in the shoes of a Manchester United fan, what do you think
Okay,
are
my
certain
feet are burning anyway.
I mean, Anukar sir just left the chat as soon as I said that. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Internet नहीं आ रहा guys. But ठीक है. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carry on.
but what do you feel is two good things about United going into the new season and two probably worrisome things that you see about United?
Okay, so guys, this is Doipayan Mukherjee's attempt to, destroy any personal sort of image of my own self. But yeah, here we go. See, on a serious note, like jokes apart, guys, a very relevant question, Doi. I just feel that United in the last season, like no matter whatever the critics say, have been very good. And like under Eric Ten Hag, they have taken a step in the right direction. Yes, they have made mistakes. I feel that with the value for money tag, they could have done better over the past few seasons over signings like Anthony and Sancho. I just feel that with that sort of money, they could have got someone better. That's just my personal opinion. Having said that, I feel that signings like Casemiro are really smart signings. Even getting Sabitzer in the January transfer window was a
Yeah,
very
he got
shrewd
him.
move, and getting in Ericsson, getting in the right players, making them click. I think Eric Ten Hag has been really instrumental because, like, as much as I have watched football over the last 15, 16 years, or like somewhere around that, I have noticed that more than the clubs, more than the uh, players, it's also about the manager, how he's setting things up. Because you can see sometimes teams that would look absolutely amazing on paper, but when they come down on the pitch, they look like that the players are lost. So I think Eric Ten Hag has started, like, initiated that Manchester United feeling in them, and you cannot define it. The players can feel it. I just feel that the players are putting in a lot of effort, a lot of kind of power behind that badge that they carry. And honestly, like for from a rival fans point of view, it's not really good news because I think United are on the up. But yeah, I just feel that they need to make some really good signings this time around too,
We need a
because
striker. United definitely need a striker.
absolutely, absolutely. Because I think this is a very critical summer because they have made one step up, but they can't go back from here. So it has to be at least another top four finish or a top three finish next season because
Because
like they are on the up. But if they go back again, then it's all about going back to zero. So I think they have made that step from zero to one. It's all about them capitalizing on whatever they have, on the good work they have done over the last 18 months.
कीर्तन भाई यू जस्ट मेंशन दैट यूनाइटेड नीड्स अ न्यू स्ट्राइकर तो आपके
yes, yes.
हिसाब से हुआ 2-3 पोटेंशियल नेम्स जो अगर
Hmm.
यूनाइटेड में आएंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि भाई मजा आ
Atlanta
गया
का
यार
Atlanta का striker. I can't pronounce his name. I guess it's Ochlan. I guess.
हाँ,
ओसम आएंगे
Yeah.
HODJLLEUNT. I know for reasons you cannot. Huh?
okay so we'll just probably when this video goes up on YouTube we'll just show a picture of
So,
his or
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
just
We have
Huh.
to. So it's very dangerous. They say he's
Yeah.
apparently the
And
new
for
Haaland.
community guidelines also.
Yeah. Apparently they call him the new Haaland. He's a very
oh
good striker.
So
Of course,
now that you
rumors
have,
उसमें बहुत है.
yeah, now that you have mentioned Haaland, I just can't help but ask every United and City fan that I keep meeting about the recent City United rivalry. आपको कैसे लगता है? Since being a fan since 2017, I'm sure there are more bad days than good days when it comes to City derbies. Overall, कैसा लगता है the City rivalry, the Manchester
See,
बहुत.
rivalry?
अभी
that's the
तो
reason he is my co-host. That's the reason he is my co-host.
अभी तो जो फुटबॉल नहीं देखते ना वो भी आके बोलते हैं मैं सिटी फैन है, मेरे को सिटी बहुत पसंद है. मैं बोला तुम लोग देखे कब हो यार फुटबॉल.
ये तो भाई, this is true. I mean, apart from a couple of really astute City fans that we have met, I'm sure Anukar sir knows about whom we are talking. The Negi family, of course, two of them. Those are the two biggest City fans we have got. And don't worry, Keertan, we will never probably
या
ask you to
प्लीज
meet them
प्लीज.
at some point. But overall, Anukar sir, United and City's rivalry has been such that I don't think a transfer window or a certain player or even a certain manager change would probably push them to parity, in my opinion. Or do you think United City can be a neck to neck team in the next season?
I think what I have felt is that United. I remember last season only United when United won that match against City
Yeah.
in
Yes.
the
Yes.
Premier League. I think that's the thing. United have shown a lot of positive signs. Like for every 6-3 loss, there was also that win against City. So I think United are on the up, and I think next season also it could be a total neck to neck tie. But as I said, it's also about the signings man they are making. And मतलब वही है कि what I feel here is that ठीक है, like they are doing a good job, but again it's all about what they do next season. Like I would again want to reiterate that because बहुत crucial है. With Liverpool I have seen that, like under Brendan Rodgers they had that season where they almost won the title, finished second, and for the next 4 or 5 seasons they did not not 4 5 2 or 3 seasons they did not qualify for the Champions League. So I
या
think
लिवरपूल
these
Yeah.
जीरो
things can
पॉइंट्स.
push them back. So, but again, I think a very vital reason behind all this is the owners. Kirtan bhai, honestly, बताओ, from I know there's a lot of ruckus about them in the English media,
ग्लेजर्स
but
यस या.
about the Glazers, like as an Indian Manchester United fan, क्या ओपिनियन है आपको ग्लेजर्स के बारे में? सच्ची सच्ची बताओ.
I like how you mentioned Indian.
हाँ.
Glazers, they are just ruining the club, man. They should have sold club long back. But then फिर एक बोर्ड भी रिजाइन किया, एडवर्ड चेयरमैन एडवर्ड. आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम कितना प्रोटेस्ट हुआ ओल्ड ट्रैफोर्ड पे, उसके बाद एडवर्ड छोड़ के गया था. और अभी
हम्म.
तक
Uh,
ग्लेजर्स ने अभी तक सेल नहीं किया है क्लब को. कब से चालू हुआ? जनवरी से आई गेस वो बात चालू है. ये कतार आएगा खरीदेगा यूनाइटेड को. 6 बिलियन, आई गेस 6 बिलियन का बिड भी डाला था वो एडवर्ड ने, नहीं ग्लेजर्स ने रिजेक्ट किया था रिसेंटली. इट वाज द फिफ्थ बिड फ्रॉम ग्लेजर्स कतारीज.
I think the bid also reached higher value, 6.57 also.
I think there were
But
two bidders. Na Sheikh Al Jassim was one of them, I think, and the
एंड वन
Ineos
इंग्लिश, या
Ineos
ही
group
वाज एन
was the other one.
इंग्लिश सर समथिंग सर, ही वाज एन
Sir
इंग्लिश आई गेस.
Radcliffe, I
हाँ
think.
हाँ, या या
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
या.
All right, so I am just going to, whenever I hear Radcliffe, I just crack a poor Daniel Radcliffe joke, but I'm not going to do that now. But as we go to another part two for the final stages of our episode, Kirtan Bhai, I just like how you maintain your blogs, and I just had a couple of questions along that on only. For
Sure,
example,
man.
first, have you written a blog around the Glazers family and the entire Manchester United ownership thing?
Nah, not yet. I guess I have to make one. It's gonna
But
be
then
interesting one, but definitely उसके लिए उतना knowledge भी चाहिए. हो जाएगा, देखते हैं ना
बट
आगे.
देन सो हाउ डू यू गो अबाउट ट्राइंग योर ब्लॉग्स कि तुम सोचते हो कि यार आज इसके बारे में लिखते हैं, या डू यू मेक यू लाइक डू यू
सी
लिस्ट
अभी
डाउन टॉपिक्स?
व्रेक्सम के बारे में अगर बोला जाएगा ना, तो मैं सीरीज देख रहा था तभी उसमें एक जॉर्डन डेविस प्लेयर, उसका क्लिप्स में देखा बहुत सारा. ही इज अ गुड मिडफील्डर सच्ची. उसका फ्री किक भी बहुत अच्छा है. सो लाइक ये प्लेयर के बारे में पहले डिटेल्स देखा कैसा है करके. ही प्लेड फॉर ब्राइटन भी एकेडमी के लिए. उसके बाद इसके
Hmm.
बहुत कम वीडियोस है, बट ट्राई किए जितना भी हाईलाइट्स क्लिप होगा वो सब देखने का. फिर उसके कुछ लाइफ इंसिडेंट्स के बारे में भी थे, लाइक ही लॉस्ट हिज सन समथिंग.
या
सो उसके
आई
बाद उस
यस आई डू रिमेंबर दैट पार्ट.
सीरीज में था ना, उसके बाद भी उसका परफॉर्मेंस कंसिस्टेंट था. वो देख के मेरे को लगा कि हाँ ये प्लेयर बहुत अच्छा है, इसके बारे में तो लिखना चाहिए. कि इतना एक इंसिडेंट होने के बाद भी तुम अपना परफॉर्मेंस लेवल इतना कंसिस्टेंट रखे हो कि वो ऐसा डाउन दिखा भी नहीं मैनेजर को, इट्स
Right.
वाज गोइंग गुड।
Makes sense.
ऐसा
Yeah.
करके अभी रिसेंट ट्रांसफर विंडोज के रूमर्स जो कम रूमर्स लग रहे थे ना उसके बारे में लिखता था, क्योंकि ज्यादा प्लेयर जिसका जो लाइकली है ओनाना जैसे लिखा जाएगा, ओनाने के जैसे ऐसे
Hmm.
बहुत सारे आर्टिकल आएंगे उसके बारे में लिखे गए। सो प्रोबेबली लोग मेरा ब्लॉग पढ़ेंगे नहीं, क्योंकि वो लोग ने वो प्लेयर के बारे में बहुत कुछ पढ़ लिया है। सो ऐसा जो कम फेमस हो, जिसके बारे में ज्यादा नोन नहीं रहेगा, जो ज्यादा कम चांसेस है बट पोटेंशियल दिखा रहा है वो प्लेयर, तो आई लाइक वी शुड डू समथिंग अबाउट
Makes
इट, एक मेरे
sense.
को दिखना
That's
चाहिए।
that's great.
कीर्तन भाई, एक मेरी साइड से क्वेश्चन ये था कि आपने इंडियन फुटबॉल की बात की थी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ उसमें एपिसोड के स्टार्ट में। सो लाइक दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन वी आस्क अ लॉट ऑफ आवर गेस्ट्स। अभी मतलब लाइक एज वी टॉक्ड अबाउट लाइक देयर इज अ लॉट गोइंग ऑन विद इंडियन फुटबॉल, अच्छी चीजें भी है, लाइक देयर आर अदर थिंग्स आल्सो। So, like, how do you see, like, for someone who wanted to himself turn a pro footballer, what do you think is required at the grassroots level, ताकि the next Keertan Salian can, get to be the next Sunil Shetty, or get to be like, basically kind of give them the impetus or like the infrastructure needed to actually propel them to make a career for them professionally, make a living out of it, basically.
सो लाइक एक आर्टिकल पढ़ा था, आपने ही मेरे को शेयर किया था आई गेस, लिवरपूल के बारे में। यू रिमेंबर
हम्म।
Yeah.
लिवरपूल का टाई अप विद डीएसके शिवाजन्स, राइट?
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ,
DSK
कैसे
Shivajians.
हाँ, हाँ।
अगर ऐसे बिग क्लब्स अब इंडिया में आके इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, लाइक टाई अप करेंगे, सो एंड पीपल अगर वॉलंटरी करके जाएंगे वो क्लब में, क्योंकि वैसे क्लब पे भी आपको डेवलपमेंट मिलेगा, ट्रांसफर होगा कि कुछ नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स को उधर भेज के वो ट्रेनिंग फैसिलिटी वो लोग एक्सप्लोर करेंगे लाइक फुटबॉल कैसे खेलते हैं। अभी इंडिया के आप जितना भी मैचेस नोटिस किया रहेंगे वो एक ही रहेगा, लॉन्ग बॉल डाल के खेलते हैं। नोटिस बहुत किया रहेगा, वो लोग लॉन्ग बॉल डाल के खेलते हैं, गेम बना के होता ही नहीं है,
Hmm.
क्योंकि वो बेसिक नॉलेज ही नहीं मिल रहा है, उतना एक्सपीरियंस नहीं मिल रहा है। आईएसएल भी कम महीनों के लिए अपना इंडियन मैनेजर भी कमेंट किया था कि आईएसएल शुड हैव 8 months ऑफ गेम। अगर वैसे
Yeah.
करोगे और लीग वाइज डालेंगे और लाइक मुंबई में रहेगा तो मुंबई डिस्ट्रिक्ट फुटबॉल ऐसा ये टूर्नामेंट भी होता है, इफ
Correct.
यू नो
मुंबई में तो
अबाउट
काफी होता है.
इट।
I mean, ever since I have moved to Mumbai, I do see so much of Mumbai का football culture, football
हाँ हाँ,
influence. जैसे छोटे छोटे जगहों में there is a Bandra football tournament, there's a Borivali, some or the other thing just keeps on happening. And I must say, overall, Kirtan bhai, the power of blogs, the power of words is just immense. Even I had a cricket blog back in 2018. I had started the Cricket
oh,
Opinion. Then I had started an Instagram page for the same, but then I started getting paid for writing cricket articles, and then I did not manage my own blog. So, but now that is, but I'll just I just hope कि आप ये continue करते रहें, because I really
एब्सोल्युटली
like the
एब्सोल्युटली।
aspect जो आप बोलते हो, that we should not only write about what is being already covered, but also go to the depths, go to into the intricacies, and try to explain that to the wider audience of football. I'm sure this was, I mean, I can speak for me and Anukar sir that हमने बहुत कुछ सीखा आपसे in terms of your blogs.
थैंक यू
And
मैन,
once again, for all of the viewers who are watching this, do check out Salian Bhai ke blogs. It's just
थैंक यू एवरीवन।
encompasses various kinds of players. Anukar sir, it's been one of those unique episodes to just find someone who is a United fan but has a blog where he writes about Nottingham and all other players also, all other teams as well.
One thing I wanted to say, and Keertan bhai, please don't take offense on this, but it is very rare to find an intelligent United fan. So, jokes apart, Keertan bhai, it's great. It was great to have you here. And what I would like to tell our viewers is that although the article is on Medium, there's nothing medium grade about his articles, and things are very,
So,
very good. Like they are
दैट्स
very,
अ
very
गुड लाइन,
interesting.
दैट्स अ गुड लाइन।
And it was great having you here. Thanks for supporting us most of all
थैंक
on
यू
the Indie
थैंक यू
Football Podcast. It's great to have you, have people like you, because we know as creators, as someone who is trying to bring a change, it's an everyday journey. You fight through it every day. There are ups and downs, but
yes,
for the ones who provides the ups, like I appreciate the downs equally, but for the ones who provides those ups, ones who provide us those little reasons to wake up every day to work harder on it, it's much appreciated. And I cannot reiterate in words how much I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. and we
Thank you, man.
hope to continue and to forge a really long-term relationship with you.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I tell all my girlfriends.
We'll be
And
always watching your videos, man.
jokes apart, we would like
Yeah,
love to have you on one of our YouTube lives very, very soon.
Thank you,
yeah.
man.
I think
Looking forward to
Anukar's.
it.
Yeah, thank you, Kirtan. Sorry, I have just kept cutting you for the last half an
Arey,
hour
no,
because
man.
the Wi-Fi is just too slow over here. But
Same here,
uh,
man.
but thank you everyone for tuning in. Please do follow us on our social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course on YouTube, where we do various kinds of YouTube lives. And we also promise you to cover new and different segments into it. Thank you guys. Till the next
Thank you,
episode.
man.
Take care. Good night.